How about now? Any better? You can hear me now. Fantastic. Right, so welcome to tonight's live stream of F1 Manager 24 Creator Team here on the PS5, round 10 of Season 6. And we're heading to Monaco. It's going to be wet on the Friday, as you can see. We have a little bit of rain forecast there for practice 1 and 2. We'll be dry on the Saturday for practice 3 and qualifying, and then dry for the race as well. We do have one more rear wing to come on our rush job to get them out. We only have the one rear wing at the moment, so that second one will be ready for qualifying and practice 3, and then we'll be able to put that onto car 2. Actually, no, car 1. Car 2 is the better car at the moment. So, yeah, we'll be able to give that to Kimi. Our downforce is looking very good, isn't it? 4th, 6th and 7th at a circuit where downforce is absolutely crucial. 6th in dirty air tolerance as well, which, again, really important around this track in particular. Speed, a little lacking. DRS is a little improved with that new rear wing, but it's not quite where I'd like it to be. That front wing is 10 days away. We are going to miss out on that for today and for tomorrow's race at Imola as well, but we will have it for Miami next week. And then when's our next sprint race? Mexico is our next sprint, so we'll have plenty of them by then. We have 2.3 mil in the bank. I would like to get the new front wing on the car before we start designing any more parts, just so I can see exactly where our car sits in terms of its performance before we start then tweaking new builds or new parts to improve performance a little bit further. Let's take a quick look at our facilities as well, see where we stand. We've got a factory refurb going through. That is a month away. Design Centre has just been refurbed or upgraded. One of the two. I think it was upgraded. CFD and Wintunnel are okay. Suspension Sim and Car Park Test Centre both fine as well. Let's take a look at our staff facilities. Team Hub recently refurbed. We have fine on the scouting department. That never breaks down. And our race sim is going through a new upgrade to level 5, and that'll be ready in a month as well. Operationally, we've got a few refurbs going through. Boardroom has just been upgraded or refurbed, one of the two. The hospitality area, 9 days away from a refurb being done. Sports Centre, 8 days. Memorabilia room, just 5 days. Weather Centre is fine, and the helipad is still good as well. So, looking pretty good there. In terms of the standings, this is how things look so far. Cadillac actually closed the gap to us by 2 points last time out. So the gap currently sits at 39 points in the Constructors' Championship. In the Drivers' Championship, big points loss to Oscar. 15 for Kimi last time out, 25 for Oscar. He took 10 points out of the lead. So that gap is now down to 23 points. Mini up into 4th place ahead of Max Verstappen. Level on points now with Charles Leclerc as well. So that is looking promising in the run to get him into at least 3rd place in the driver's standings. I think we are pretty much ready to jump in. So let's go ahead and set our targets. Once again, the target for Mini is really, really easy. As long as we qualify well, we should be in for a good result.
Welcome along to one of the biggest weekends in motorsport, here in Monaco. F1 descends on Monte Carlo for the Monaco Grand Prix, A glittering show on the Riviera and a crown for whoever can emerge victorious here. Space may be tight and overtakes few and far between, but that won't stop the drivers battling until the end on this iconic street circuit.
It's Ferrari who are currently ahead in the constructors' standings. But that could still change with so many rounds left ahead of us.
Okay then, let's get to it.
How you doing, Dino? Right, we have a wet practice weekend ahead of us. We're not going to run the rookies today. We are going to focus on our drivers. We're going to hold the hard tyres back just in case we get a lot of interrupted running. It's normally 21 laps around Monaco. I'm going to put them in for 30. Weather permitting. Do we need to change out any parts? Still on that one there. Let's switch out the engine. And the gearbox. There we go. Very, very high downforce circuit this. We're going to be maxing out the front and rear wings. Get those to 10 and 16 to start with, and then we can make some little fine-tune adjustments as and where we need to. I'm going to go with an 8.2. I'm going to go with a 3.35, and I'm going to push that up to a 0.8. We are right on the edge of the cornering tolerance there. Straights might be a little tricky, but we'll see if that just squeezes in. And that is car 1. Moving over to car 2. Again, we are going to put mediums on. Again, a little wary of the wet weather. It might not rain at all in this session. It might only rain in the next session, or it might only rain in this session. But we'll save the hard tyres for practice 3, just in case, I think. Once again, we're going to whack those wings all the way up. I'm going to go to a 9.1 this time. And then let's go something a little bit different. Let's leave the camera in the middle, and let's bring this down. And let's go down to there. Driving style is done. We need to swap out those parts on this car as well. This is where I miss not having the mouse. How much more fiddly it gets moving through these menus here. A reminder, if you haven't been watching it so far, we do have a new series going on the PC channel where we are running some mods. We're in season 1 of the year 2026. We have done a little bit of time traveling to get to that point. And after 2 very good first races, our third race not as good. Our car is incredibly strong in high speed, but not so good anywhere else.
Okay.
And now that we are going to tracks without a lot of high-speed cornering, we're starting to struggle a little bit in comparison to the first 2 races.
Ready check.
Yeah, ready check, loud and clear.
Copy.
So we do have a little bit of rain. Oh, it's literally a little bit of rain. Look at that. It's going to be wet for about 5 minutes.
Okay, copy.
And some drop of rain.
And there is the rain. So is Antonelli running? Oh, he's running number 1, isn't he? You say, is he running number 12? Keep forgetting he is the current reigning champion.
How are the tires?
We need temperature on the front.
It's because we didn't win it with him. why I keep forgetting.
Tires are the cold side.
Got a few rookies in the car. We have Irvin in the car for
At the
Cadillac.
moment, it doesn't look like it's raining.
Copy.
Who is in the car for McLaren? Giraud, Patricia Giraud. Clifford Brutzos is in the car for RB.
It's going to stop raining soon.
Jean Ray in the car for who is that? That Williams? I think that might be Williams. Patricia Diaz in the car for Aston. Okay, so I got that wrong. Brutzos is in for Williams. So Jean Ray is in for RB.
Any feedback on that?
First, a little bit of feedback here.
Yeah, clear.
87% there for Mini. A little higher would have been nice, but 87's fine. We can work with that. Not Mini, so for Kimi. 83% for Mini. That's not as good.
Copy, copy.
It's a little bit worse. A new logo tutorial will be going live in the next day or two.
Warm up,
Possibly
tires.
tomorrow, maybe Wednesday. Finally got around to doing a Chevy logo. You can see a sneak peek of the finished article on the posts
Tires
tab
are
of my
the cold
channel.
side. Try to put a bit more
I
temper
need
to it.
to plot out the coordinates, just make some little fine-tuning adjustments to the design. I'm currently at 50 of 50 layers, so I need to see if I can maybe condense a couple of shapes into a single layer with a bit of clever changing of shapes. Free up a little bit more potential for detail. I could drop the word Chevrolet from the bottom of it and gain an extra 9 layers. But I kind of want the word Chevrolet on that logo. So, I don't know, maybe I'll do a second version without the text. But I like the idea of having the text on the logo because then it gives you that flexibility to add it to the rear wing and just move it so the actual badge is off the top of the wing. And then you've got just the word Chevrolet on the back of the rear wing. Evening, Adrian. Have I heard anything on Lawson being axed? No, I haven't. I would be very surprised if they have axed him after, this soon. Let me Google Liam Lawson right now. Nope. Nothing about him being axed. Piastri running with some damage. Is that engine damage? Where is Piastri? There it is. Gearbox. So if that goes orange before qualifying, he will get a new gearbox for qualifying in the race. If it goes orange during qualifying, then that'll be a replacement gearbox and a pit lane start. You've seen something, but you don't watch it yet. No, I just Googled it on the news filter, and there's no article. I mean, he got roasted, apparently, in the marathon. He was taking part, I think, in the London Marathon. But, yeah, there's no articles about him being sacked from RB. So, more than likely, it's an old article that you're seeing about him being dropped from Red Bull rather than from Racing Bulls. Let's make some changes to our drivers soon. What are we looking at? 30%. We need a little bit more running.
The vibrations quite bad now.
Well, that sounds to me like that gearbox just went orange. It did, so he'll get that swapped out for free with no penalties or pit lane starts required after this session. That's disappointing. I was kind of hoping it would pull through until qualifying and then drop him back to the back of the grid, but never mind. Would have made the race a lot easier for us. Qualifying, as I said in the title, is absolutely critical for us today.
We are too cold on the front.
We have a car that actually has the potential to do quite well with that new rear wing. It's only fitted to Mini's car right now, but we will be fitting it to Antonelli's car in time for qualifying. But if we want to make the most of our car, because we are almost certainly going to be running a two-stop strategy, we need to be at or very near to the front, so that we can pull away from all the cars behind and find a good space to drop into. Alright, let's see. So, we need to find 13%. It's quite a bit. Let's bring this down to there. Let's push that up. Maybe. Actually, might go the other way. Yeah, let's bring this down a bit more. Let's give that a go. See how that works. We need to find, I think, 17% for Mini. Yeah. Okay, so I'm going to dial that back to an 8.2, push that up. And then we're going to push that up. Let's try... Let's try that. Let's see how that gets on. So we need to find about 20 to 30%, including the setup improvement. So it's not too much that we need to find. We'll get there. how are the trips on ETS? They went well. I earned enough money to add another truck and driver from the big convoy job I did with Farrow. Then we did another delivery after that, and that gave me enough money to buy a trailer, I think, which I did, and I now have a matching Liverpool trailer for my DAF Liverpool truck. Hit level 25 this morning, finishing off one of those jobs. I woke up early this morning and did a quick delivery before going back to bed. So I'm only 10 levels away now from finally being able to apply the custom Senna livery to my Mercedes MP2 Actros. Need to be at level 35 for that, but it's going to be slow going now. I'm at the point where it's going to take a while to go up another 10 levels. Alright, we are starting this session on the Inters. Let's go for 25 laps.
Green, green, green.
And it's going to be wet all the way through in this session. Have I got any more mods for ATS? I did look at that real sounds mod that you were talking about. I think I've added that. I'm not sure. But we'll be back on the American highways on Wednesday on the other channel. Oh, Stoffel has crashed. Stoffel watch off to an early one today. Just clips the inside at Casino there.
Imagine their confidence will have taken a knock.
Skids across to the opposite side of the track.
The team glued to the monitors and watching their hopes crumble away.
Yeah, that's not ideal. It's a very busted front wing. May well have some other damage to the car as well, beyond just cosmetic wing damage.
DRS enabled.
Yeah, I think it was very good.
Okay, copy.
Oh dear, big yawn. 96%, that's a nice big improvement for Mini. 92% for Antonelli, so we only found about 5% for Antonelli, but we found 13% for Mini. Big gains. What's our prep level at? Okay, let's call them in. We'll make some adjustments and send them out for another short run. Alright, so that is going to be a 9-1 then. We can bring that back. Let's try that. And what about over here? Ooh, okay, so I need to push that up. Let's give that a go. Out goes Kimmy. And out goes Gabby. Track back into damp conditions. DRS has been switched off again. And this is the last of the rain for the weekend. It'll be dry from here on in. Evening, Strofan.
I lost the car.
Oh, no, Kimmy.
Are you okay?
That's a retirement.
Yes, yes.
Damn it. I hope he didn't break that. Oh, no, he hasn't got the new rear wing yet, has he? But we are short on other parts, so he hasn't broken anything I can't replace.
Look at the team there. They all knew what that moment meant.
Nothing to say for himself.
We're watching the Ferrari. And ends up in the wall. But no matter the severity of the crash, it's always good to see the driver emerge unharmed. As for the team back in the garage, that was a tough moment to watch.
Damn. We didn't get the full feedback either, which is also a little frustrating. We were so close to finding out if we got that right. Oh, look at that. We are 1% away. That is a click of toe and done. Let's call him in.
Yeah, confirm.
Copy.
There we go. That car is now prepped and ready at 100% setup. So a little bit of dry running on the hards in the next session. We'll get him up to 100% prep. Many will need a little bit longer. But hopefully the setup is good. This session is in the books. Let's see exactly what Antonelli broke. Oh, it's a laundry list of broken parts. He killed the gearbox. That is my last chassis. My last front wing. But I do still have a spare suspension. Okay, we are down a gearbox. I didn't have much left in it anyway, but it's still frustrating to lose a gearbox this early. I was on for a little bit longer on that one before I had to get rid of it. Let's put 35 laps of fuel in. Let's check what we've got feedback-wise. We're close, but not quite there. Let's push that up one. We'll reset the clock. Start the feedback from scratch. What's our prep level at? 39%. Let's run for about 30 laps. Can always refuel and send it back out. And out we go on the hards.
Green light now.
Copy.
Try to work a bit more your front there.
Oh, should have put the rear wing on. Oh, well, maybe it's best we wait. But I will have to take that into account, looking at his prep level. Because it will drop his car part knowledge down to match that of Gabriele Mini. %. There's the confirmed 100 there for Mini. I'm going to call them both in. Okay, that I can fix. I should look to see if I can fit the wing as well. Never mind. Let's get Mini in just so I can see his updated
your pit stop position.
driver prep level. So I need to find 7%. Let's get him back out on those hard tyres. They'll go the whole session comfortably. We'll get Kimi back out as well. So in recent seasons, Monaco has thrown up some interesting results for us. I wonder if we'll see more safety cars and red flags this year.
And how's the car?
There we go. Look at that. Beautiful. We've got the car up to 100%. So, ignoring the car parts knowledge, because we have to go off this one because that's what it will become once we drop the front wing onto Antonelli's car as well. We have to make sure that we match that track knowledge value, or whatever the track knowledge value ends up being for Mini. So we're going to need to get him over 90%, I think.
How are the tires?
Keep working on tires.
There we go, 92%. That's our target track acclimatization value.
On low side.
We should make it. And there we go. And we'll start installing the new rear wing just in time to qualify. Both drivers at 100% prep. Lovely, lovely, lovely.
Now it's time to see who'll come out on top as qualifying gets underway.
Qualifying means everything around Monaco, with little chance of overtaking in the race. Getting as far up the grid as possible and keeping the car intact is every driver's goal on this unforgiving circuit.
There's RB's driver, Karun. How do you think things have been going for them?
We saw some disappointing lap times from them in practice. It could be that the team were experimenting with the car, but the pressure's now on them to deliver.
So stay with us, folks. It's sure to be a good one.
Cars are in the wrong garages. Kimi's car is in Gabby's bay and vice versa. All right, let's put the 70% engines in. There we go. So we've got one extra set of tyres on the mediums. That's actually a little annoying. I'm going to start my qualifying with these mediums. Forgot to make sure we ran those over the weekend, over the practice sessions. So we've lost some softs.
Okay, green.
Roman Staniek popping out behind us. He can stay behind us.
Keep working on tires, mainly the front at the moment.
Copy, copy.
Gobble, gobble.
And work on tires.
Copy.
Once heard can never be unheard. Alright, got Joe heading out early as well, so we will have an instant lap response from Cadillac. Lawson heading out of the pits. Hopefully we're not going to have any issues with traffic, but you just never know with this circuit. It's a very short lap, and 22 cars is a lot when you're trying to find some clear air.
Okay, go for it.
Okay, track is clear. Okay, let's go.
Alright, no one's popping out in front of us. That's good. So now the only car we're going to have to worry about, potentially, is Lawson. It won't be an issue for Kimi. Might be an issue for Mini. We'll keep an eye on the mini map. In fact, we'll switch over to Mini. And I think we'll be all right. Yeah, we'll be all right. So that's good. This run will be at full flying speed. You can see how much of a gap we've opened up to Staniek behind Antonelli. Right, out of Anthony Noakes, up to the line. And Mini's opening up. It is a 108.6. Antonelli is... how much quicker?
Try to push during the in lap.
Just under 0.3 quicker. And Joe has split our two drivers.
This is in lap. This is in lap.
Copy.
Right, we set those times on mediums, so that's good. Let's get ready to go again.
Pit lane.
Pit limiter on. And we box. We stop in front of the garage.
Gasly's on an out lap. Where's Gasly? He's the lead McLaren. Porsche goes quickest, but we're looking pretty good at the moment, considering we've done our times on mediums. Porsche was looking pretty quick through practice. He is only top by, what, 1.5 tenths over Antonelli? Not much at all.
Okay, to push a bit more during the out lap.
Okay, that's good.
Watch your mirrors.
We might get in George's way here. No, it's not George. It's Fuji. There we go. We pull out of the way, let him through.
Pay attention to the traffic now.
Now the question is,
More push, more push.
are we going to be able to clear him before we have traffic issues of our own? We've got a Red Bull leaving the pits as well, Charles Leclerc. That won't be an issue for Mini, but I think Kimi's lap's kind of screwed here. Yeah, Kimi's going to hit really bad traffic.
I know. We need to cool the car.
Copy.
We got through with a little bit of impediment there, but nothing too serious. Leclerc should pull over and let us through, which he does. No improvement from Mini. It's a little disappointing, given he's had a completely clean run here. No improvement in the middle for Antonelli. Track is warming up. That might be what's affecting the performance. Yeah, so no improvement at all for Mini there. Has Antonelli found anything? Purple in the final sector, but lost too much time in the middle by the look of it.
It was a good lap.
Let's see, how much did he find? He found
This is a lap. This is a lap.
35 hundredths in the 35 thousandths in the first sector. He lost 2 and a bit tenths, and then he only gained a tenth. So yeah, that middle sector, unfortunately, ruined it for him. And we lost 4 tenths in the middle sector there, and 2 tenths in the final sector. So yeah, not a great lap for Mini. Just that lack of consistency, being able to churn out the times lap after lap, is what hurts Mini the most at the moment. That consistency isn't there with the accuracy just yet.
You can stop at the stop.
But I think we're safe enough to not need to go out again. So we've been able to save a set of softs.
I'm in the pit.
We're going to whiz through the rest of the session. Oh, we have a red flag. Iwasa in the wall.
Stop in front of the garage.
Let's
That's
take a closer
at
look.
Massenet.
Now, this was the Sauber.
Yeah, it just locked up.
And that's the moment the car plows into the wall. And that's a tough one to take for both driver and the car. It's
So-
not going the way the team had hoped today. That is for sure.
We haven't got out of Q1, and already we have our first red flag of the weekend. Track temperature 43.6 degrees. Let's see what it is when we come back. Oh, it just skyrocketed up. It's 47.2. I'm going to send them out on the mediums again. Why not? You never know. Oh, we're going to have a lot of traffic here. So both drivers getting blocked in the first sector. Yeah, there's going to be no improvement here.
It was a mega lap. This is a lap. Keep up the pace.
Still good enough for us to get through, though. We're not going to go again. So, who is in danger here? Both of the Astons, one in, one out at the moment. Albon is out. So is Staniek. They are eliminated. They're the first two to fall. Sargent's on a flying lap. Is he just starting or just finishing? He's just starting. There's Enzo. Here's Stroll. Stroll's just starting, I believe. So is Hajar, I think. Yes, he is. So Enzo's going to be the first to see if he can improve out of the drop zone. He gets himself up to 17th, but he is out. Here comes Logan Sargent. Can he find enough? He's going to get a little bit of a slipstream from the back of Fuji here. And Sargent goes quickest. Whoa, wow. That's a hell of a lap. Where is George? Here's George. George is out. He has been eliminated by Logan Sargent. Can Hajar get through? Stroll's going up to the line now. Stroll improves. He's safe. And Hajar is out. So, eliminated in Q1, Stoffel Van Dorn along with George Russell, Enzo Fittipaldi, Alex Albon, Isaac Hajar, Roman Staniek, and Iwasa, who has made it through into Q2, will take no further part in qualifying. All right, we'll do our first lap on the mediums. And then we'll switch to the softs.
Okay, green light.
Yuki Tsunoda will separate our two drivers on track. Hopefully he won't separate us on the timing sheet.
Track is clear.
Right, that is Leclerc in front, and I don't think we'll catch him. I think we'll be all right. No one else is going to be in the way. These times probably won't be good enough to get us through anyway, but good to get a good banker lap down and build that confidence up. Mini is quicker than Tsunoda, but slower than Kimi. And Leclerc now starts his flying lap, or starts pushing. Still quicker than Tsunoda, and Antonelli now quickest of all. And up to the line is a 108.6 again for Gabriele Mini. That's not bad.
We need the fast in-lap.
Much quicker than Yuki. And a 108.4 for Antonelli. 1.5 tenths quicker.
Stay negative on the dash.
See what Charles Leclerc can do.
This is in-lap.
Copy.
And Leclerc is slower than us by half a second. That is a surprise.
And box confirm you can stop in front of your garage.
Those softs are in pretty good shape.
Pit lane.
Pit limiter on.
I wonder if we might be able to get through on those tyres. I don't think we will, but we're going to sit in the garage for a while, I think. If we can avoid going back out, save those soft tyres, that means we'll have 4 sets of soft tyres going into the final session of qualifying. We'll only need 1. And that'll give us 2 brand new sets for our strategy for the race and a spare set of brand new softs as well for any late race safety car red flag shenanigans. Fuji goes close to us. Gasly up to first now. Not a great time from anyone yet, really. Or at least no one you'd expect. Anyway, Behrman now up into 3rd place. Porsche goes quicker, and again, it's not by a lot. Here comes Zhou. Zhou's starting a lap, so we're waiting on Oscar then. Oh, he's going purple. Yeah, this is going to be a benchmark. And we're half a second off the pace. We are going to need to run again. So let's go now while the track is relatively quiet. Let's hope that we time this well. That's an Alpine popping out in front. There's Ocon. Damn it. Come on, get out of the way. Get out of the way. Thank you. It's going to be a little bit of an issue for Kimi. Hopefully not too bad. We go through Mirabeau with the hairpin.
I know.
Yeah, this is where we are suffering now. So, not ideal. We were purple in the first sector. We will not be purple in the middle sector as a result of that. It's more a question of how good Mini can do than Kimi. Still a personal best, but these softs against mediums doesn't really mean that much. Used mediums at that. Up to the line for Mini. He goes second. That's good enough to get him through. And Kimi goes second by just 6,000ths of a second.
He's good.
If we hadn't been blocked in that middle sector, that would have been top. So that one run is enough. Ocon making a mistake.
Oh no! Why
Bouncing over the curb there.
Fighting with the car, just a little, perhaps.
Did he damage us on the floor with doing that? Don't think he did. I think he got away with it. Leclerc currently in the drop zone. Max barely safe at the moment. Leclerc crosses the line. Going a little defensively there. He's out. Leclerc is out. Max is not safe. But there's only one car left that can displace Max. It's Logan Sargent. As he's starting his flying lap, or is he finishing it? He finishes. He can't knock Max out. He was just 12 thousandths away. So Verstappen has snuck his way through into Q3. But Charles Leclerc out in P13. That's one less car for us to worry about. All right, mediums for the first run, and then we'll use the scrubbed softs, which will be fine for our second run.
Okay, spin now.
Ah, damn it, Porsche's popping out. It's going to slow Antonelli. Mini will be all right. I don't know how much time Kimi's going to lose here. Hopefully a negligible amount. Might have actually got away with no impediment at all there. I know Antonelli was complaining about being blocked, but I think he actually managed to get through without losing any time there. Let's see if he goes purple in the middle sector. Yes, he does. 31.7 against a 31.3. Oh yeah, he was fine in that middle sector. So, Mini across the line. There's a 108.9. It's too slow. But we got him into peak confidence. Antonelli does a 108.3. 0.6 quicker.
Keep warming the brakes in the in-lap.
Yeah.
And now we can get ready. For a proper flying run.
Straight out, track is clear.
Track is very clear. No traffic issues at all for this run, which is exactly what we needed. Attacking the track while it's nice and clear. The tyres are still very, very strong. And our drivers are both in peak confidence still after that first run. This should see us improve quite nicely. Not be at all surprised to see Kimi going top here. Although 107.798, that's a very quick lap indeed from Piastri. We will have time to go again as well if we want to. I may possibly bolt on a brand new set of softs for one flying run at the end. Let's see where these times put us. Through Anthony Noakes. Up to the line. Gabriele Mini goes P2. Here comes Antonelli.
Okay. And
he stays P4. So So Mini pulled out a blinder of a lap
You were
there.
on target. You were on target. This is in lap. This is in lap.
Copy.
What a great lap there from Mini. I don't know if he'll be able to improve on that, even with brand new soft tyres. But carrying a set of softs that have only done one lap, or one flying lap through into the Grand Prix to have in reserve if we do get a late safety car will be absolutely fine. Out goes Guan Yu Zhou. There's Verstappen. I'm not sure if he's finishing his lap or not. He is, I think, on a flyer still. Yep, he goes through. There is Porsche, I think. Maybe Gasly. We're going to go now. Oh, it was Porsche. Gasly's just coming out behind Kimi there. So we know how important qualifying is going to be around this circuit. This next minute and a half is going to be absolute, well, 2.5 minutes or so.
We focus on our tires and our brakes.
It's going to be absolutely vital to determining how good a start to the Grand Prix we can make. We are potentially offering up slipstreams to cars behind us as well with both of our drivers. Fuji tucked in behind Gabriele Mini. Gasly tucked in here behind Antonelli.
Track is clear.
But we are clear on track, so this should be, hopefully, an unimpeded lap for both of our drivers here. How you doing evening there, Rinketic? Good to see you tonight. We're going to ride with Antonelli for this one. And he's gone purple in the first sector. That is an excellent start. Mini's found a personal best in the first sector as well. And he has left Fuji behind. So Fuji will not get a big tow from us. We are leaving Gasly behind as well. So hopefully we won't improve him too much. No improvement in the middle for Mini. Personal best for Kimi. Gabby goes up to the line. Finds just 0.05 of a second. What can Kimi do? It's good enough for pole. Can we hold it? Oscar is out there on a flying lap. Will he pip us, or will we finally get our first pole position of the season? God damn it, again. He pipped us again. 37 thousandths of a second. We will once again be starting on the front row. But Oscar just pulling a rabbit out of a hat there. Take the pole position on the closing lap there. That's frustrating. I had a feeling he might, but I was hopeful that we'd actually get our first pole there. Still, with qualifying being so crucial, we're starting second and fourth. We're ahead of Joe by quite a few places. Max will line up in 5th place. Leclerc is going to start all the way down in 13th place. So we have a chance to make a 2-stop strategy really work for us here. Because Oscar may well be going for the 1-stop. Let's prep for the Grand Prix, shall we?
The streets of Monte Carlo are ready as the drivers now prepare for 78 laps around this historic track.
Monaco can hand out unpredictable results, just like in 1982, when 4 race leaders hit trouble. Riccardo Patrese eventually claimed the win after managing to restart his stalled car by himself with a downhill bump start.
The world's most famous street track, Circuit de Monaco, and it demands total accuracy from teams and drivers alike. Pit stops are crucially important for passing here, so timing them right can be the key to victory. The teams are making their final preparations down in the pit lane, ahead of today's race.
Thank you. Yes, the Premier League win was glorious. Did it in style as well. 4 games to go. And it makes up for the hurt of not being able to celebrate in front of the fans like 5 years ago. Evening, Marcus. All right, so let's start on the mediums. Right, strategy is set there for Kimi. Let's take a look at Mini. It's going to be a little tougher for Mini. His tyre wear just is not as good. But it is definitely quicker than the 1-stop. 20 seconds quicker, apparently, according to this. So, predicted race time there is 134.19 against 134.36. Yeah, Kimi is going to run away with this one in terms of performance against Mini. We are going to go full aggression off the line to try and get that jump. I'm expecting us to have a safety car. We'll take a lap of fuel out, and we're going to be pushing the fuel for the first half a dozen laps or so as well. So we'll be able to claw back some of that fuel we burn off as the race progresses. And if we do get a safety car, that'll wipe out the fuel balance deficit and give us a bit of extra room to play about with as well. So, second and fourth. Let's see, can we convert that into a double podium? Let's send them to the grid for the start of the Monaco Grand Prix.
Welcome back, everyone. The final preparations are now being made as we head into the race. Understandably, there's a lot of people talking about Ferrari's driver.
A second place start for them today. They'll be aiming for a podium, but could they even sneak the win?
But just what will happen here, your guess is as good as mine. We're here and the streets are abuzz at the Monaco Grand Prix.
That's hard tyres on Kimi.
And it's lights out and away
Sorry,
we
on
go.
Oscar. It still gets a really quick start, though. No positions gained. We hold place.
Okay, perfect.
We can
We're going to make the most of our attack if we can on this first lap. I just want to get in front of Oscar. We have a yellow flag. Leclerc involved in some trouble there, along with Stroll. And some other cars as well.
This is what happened. Oh, and the cars there, unable to keep out of each other's way.
He
Now, their
hit
confidence will
the
have taken
ball
a hit
and
with
it
that.
sent him straight across the track into Stroll, and then I think he put Stroll in the barrier. That might be a penalty for Leclerc.
There is a crash. What could there be there?
Now, Alex
Here's what
Albon
happened
is part
further
of this.
back.
Oh, and a fairly substantial crash there. Thankfully,
Albon
though, they
hitting
come
the
away from
inside
that
as well.
unharmed.
So a couple of
And
drivers
for the
all
crew watching on in the garage,
coming together there.
that really must have been a hard one to take.
We have multiple cars with some damage. Leclerc and Stroll and Albon. Yeah. Albon did exactly what Leclerc did. Except, I think... Albon didn't hit anybody else. He just hit the wall and then hit the wall again. Whereas Leclerc hit Stroll when he went across the track. Look at the gap that's opened up already between Piastri and Antonelli to Porsche and Mini. We need to punch through on both of these guys ASAP.
DRS enabled.
They're both on hard tyres. Can we dive up the inside here? No, we can't. We're not going to get through here.
Mine is gassed at the moment.
Let's turn the tyres down. We can leave Antonelli's tyres up. It's part of his strategy.
Try to cool down a bit more on your tires.
Yeah, copy.
But everyone's going to be burning their battery on this lap. I think the other cars are probably much more underfueled than we are as well. And we will get DRS this time around. Ah, damn, Piastri is just so quick. Can we get the move done into Massenate? No.
Charge on, charge on.
Copy.
Porsche has left Mini behind, so
Yeah, copy.
Mini's hopes of a podium starting to fade a little bit.
Try to cool down as much as possible.
How much under fuel is Piastri? Let's see. Antonelli has 83.5 kilos on board. 89. No, he's not under fueled at all. He's just quick then. Even on hard tyres, he's still painfully quick.
Use, deploy, use, deploy.
Copy.
If I'd known he was going to start on hard tyres, I would have gone with softs for the first stint.
No DRS available, no DRS available.
And we do get the move done. And we are through.
So we go charge on.
Yes, let's go.
And we have got through. Oh no, that's Gasly. I thought we got through on Porsche, but no, we haven't. All right, can we break away from Piastri on this lap? I don't think we can. No, we can't. Evening, Overcomer. Piastri's fast. Yes, he is. That Cadillac, and especially in the hands of Oscar, is a beast of a car this season. He's on hard tyres. We are flat out on mediums in a car that is definitely improved with the new rear wing that's fitted. Oh, Max is out. We have a safety car. We have a safety car already.
Copy.
Red Bull's day goes from bad to worse. Leclerc had that poor qualifying and has hit the barrier already. And Max now out of the Grand Prix as well. So now the question becomes, do I try and pivot the strategy? That is still the quicker strategy.
Stay on the left on the grid, there is a crash, Verstappen. But it seems okay.
Watch for debris there.
You can hear the safety car leaving the pits. Now, Is anyone going to box?
Piastri behind you.
The guys who've got damage to their cars may box. So Leclerc, Stroll, Albon. But it's a bit early. And there's a lot of potential one-stops out there. Look at that. Mediums and hards. Nobody on softs at the moment. Anyone who's on mediums could be going for a two-stop. Anyone who's in hards could be going for the one-stop. It's too early to tell after just 5 racing laps. We will have
Yeah, copy.
a chance to reset with this safety car on the restart. We'll have a chance to get Antonelli comfortably ahead of Piastri. If we can break him, I think we can stay ahead of him. And there's a chance for Mini to get ahead of Pourchaire and start keeping tabs and maybe putting some pressure on Oscar, which would then help Antonelli scamper off into the distance even more. If you think I've got a chance of winning this Grand Prix, then drop a like. If you're not yet subscribed to the channel, then what are you waiting for? Why not hit that subscribe button while we're under the safety car? And be sure to hit the bell as well to be notified when the live streams start as well. Another race to come this week on the channel. Tomorrow we'll be going somewhere else. I'm not actually sure where we're going tomorrow. Where are we going tomorrow? Imola. We're going to Imola tomorrow for our second home race. And another logo tutorial is coming in the next day or two as well. I've finished Chevrolet just about. I need to make a couple of little final tweaks to it. But it is, for all intents and purposes, done and ready. So I'd need to plot it and put the and record the tutorial. That may go live tomorrow, may go live Wednesday. But if you've been wanting to do a Chevrolet team, your opportunity to have a proper looking Chevrolet logo will be here in just a day or two. And of course, don't forget to check out the other channel as well, the second channel. We have some ETS and ATS footage there. That's American Truck Sim and Euro Truck Sim 2 for both of those. And we have a brand new PC version of the F1 Manager series up and running as well. We've done 3 rounds so far. Round 4, we're heading, I think, to Bahrain for a sprint weekend. We are running some mods on that one, some custom liveries, some changes to the calendar. Link to that channel can be found either by checking some previous posts on the community tab of this channel, or just finding it in the links section of my homepage on this channel. Second channel is just Jim Bob Plays. Hopefully I'll see you there on Wednesday for some Truck Sim, or Thursday for the next race in our F1 Manager series there.
Copy.
And there will be more logo tutorials coming soon as well. As I say, Chevy will be released in the next day or two, and I will be starting work on some other logo tutorials. Vauxhall is one that I have my eye on trying. So I'll be looking at getting a Vauxhall logo done. If you would like to see any specific manufacturers, do let me know below. or in the comments on one of my other tutorials, and I'll take a look, see if it is something that is feasible. I like to try and make my logos as realistic as possible and as detailed as possible. Some of them just aren't possible or aren't feasible because of the limit of only 50 layers. But I will do the best I can with the tools that are provided. Another lap behind the safety car. I'd imagine it will come in at the end of the next lap. Our batteries are just about full now. Our fuel is now back in the positive, so we can immediately burn that off on the restart. We saved a little bit of tyre wear, we've cooled them right down. We can definitely go on the attack as soon as that green flag drops. Right, if the safety car is going to come in, we'll get a notification any moment. There we go.
So safety car will be in this lap. Just focus on restart.
Perfect.
Try to close the gap now.
We can cancel liftoff.
Copy.
Leader going now. Will be a rolling start, racing from the line.
Copy. Copy.
Piastri is going on the attack. He's trying to go through. He is going through. Oh my god. That car is just devastatingly quick in Oscar's hands. Can't believe he jumped us off the restart. We're still side by side. We might get him back through the tunnel. And we have a chance here on Porsche, maybe. No, Porsche covers us off. We are behind Oscar Piastri. God damn it.
Keep focus on our race.
Recharge on, recharge on.
Copy.
More charge.
Hey, copy.
DRS enable. Overtake available.
Yeah, copy.
Try to close the gap as much as possible.
Can't believe we got caught like that. Makes no sense that full attack on mediums with battery and fuel, and we're still getting jumped by Piastri on hard tyres.
Just straight front.
Porsche driving away from us as well. Or trying to. We are closing back up.
Overtake available.
Copy.
Good job on tires at the moment. Keep working on it. You are the fastest.
Copy.
All right, we're up the inside. Can we make the move stick?
Okay, copy.
Try to cool.
Oh, contact!
Yeah, copy.
And that is Mini out of the race.
No problem, no problem.
No!
And that might even be a red
We've
flag.
got a yellow flag here. We're watching the
That
Ferrari.
will be a red flag. He's blocking
Pushing
traffic.
a bit too hard at this point, and you can see how the cars come together. The teams will no doubt
That
be
little
very keen
clip
to establish the full
ruined our
extent
race.
of the damage.
Porsche carried on as if nothing happened. That'll be a penalty as well for Mini for the next race. God damn it. Ah. All right, well, we get to change the strategy.
Red flag. Red flag.
So, do I go with that? Or do we try and just take these two sets of softs to the end? It's touch and go with both, isn't it? Oh, choices, choices. I think we have to go with this. Oh dear.
And not much that the team can do about that one.
It's like someone just shot a puppy in front of him. No! God damn. Well, yeah, that is not good. That's going to be a big impact on the car in terms of the powertrain as well. So we're going to be incurring penalties with our drivers this season.
Not for the first time today. The drivers are lined
For
up,
new engine
awaiting
parts.
the lights. It's lights out, and away we go.
Keep focus, we get it. We get it.
Oh, Porsche got the penalty. Oh, well, that's scant consolation.
to manage front left.
Copy.
So all of our hopes are now on Antonelli.
Copy.
We are going to lose points to Cadillac today, I think. Because you've got to imagine Joe's going to be able to punch up a little bit.
We push on tires.
Piastri once again is off to a lightning start. Where does he get this pace from?
The RS volts.
McLaren could potentially be on for a good points payday here. Let's take a look at tyres. So Porsche needs to stop again. I think anyone who's on mediums is going to have to stop again. Leclerc, I think it's optimistic to think he could take those hards to the end. So I think everyone's going to be stopping at least one more time. Question now is, when are they going to be stopping and what tyres are they going to be going on to?
Charge on.
Copy.
Back off, back off, back off.
Copy.
So let's push. Overtake button.
Copy.
We need to cool the car.
Copy.
All right, we are through.
Copy.
Recharge on, please.
Copy.
So now we're going to try and do two things. We're going to try. We've got a VSC. We've got another red flag. What is going on? Let's just say McLaren could be on for a good points payday. That's Gasly and Fuji both out of the Grand Prix. And now we are definitely going to be losing points to Cadillac because Zhou is now in 4th place. Oh, my word. It's just chaos here tonight.
While all that was happening, the crew...
We're going to have so much spare fuel. Stick with the same tyres. Alright, has anyone changed tyres again?
Here we go once more. The track is ready, and so are the drivers.
Our third start of the race.
Out, and away we go.
Use overtake button.
Copy.
Alright, we're off the line first.
So we need one step more management.
Copy.
Recharge on, recharge on.
Copy.
So, Fuji is the one who gets the penalty. But McLaren, who were on for a huge points payday, are now potentially going to lose quite a lot of points because Porsche still has that 5-second penalty to serve for taking out Gabriele Mini. Gasly is out. Piastri's got onto a set of soft tyres. That's his third compound of tyres, so he's now going to go soft to the end, same as Antonelli. And that's going to make it harder to keep him behind.
overtake button.
Copy.
Recharge on.
He's going to be very aggressive on those softs now. Porsche Joe on softs as well. Ollie Behrman is up into P5 right now. Ocon P6. 7th place for Charles Leclerc. 8th for Tsunoda. 9th for Logan Sargent. Lawson up into 10th. Stoffel is currently in 11th place. Could this be the Grand Prix where Stoffel actually gets a point?
Overtake button available.
We stay in front of him. Charge on.
Let's see if we can overheat Piastri's tyres.
So we need to back off.
Which will be easier to do with him being on softs than the mediums. Maybe we can still ruin his race.
Flat out. Charge on.
Copy.
So right now, this is a 2-horse race for the win. Porsche is going to have to work extremely hard to have any chance of the podium. Because Joe is currently in net P3 once Porsche serves that 5-second penalty. And already a huge gap has opened up to Ocon. 4.5 seconds. We are overheating Piastri's tyres a little bit.
Flat out. Protect the rear.
Copy.
Recharge on.
Copy. Copy.
Charge on.
This is going to be a real test of endurance here for Kimi. Trying to keep Piastri behind.
Can push one step more.
We've got a long way to go. We're only just over 1/4 distance so far.
Piastri has DRS. and save front.
Copy.
Recharge on.
Copy.
In a straight fight, I don't think we have the pace to beat Piastri. So we're having to drive very defensively,
Charge
and we're
on.
trying to cripple his tyre strategy.
Can try one more step, push on tires.
Got my battery back to full, just about. We are overheating his tyres. Evening, Tony. So Piastri's tyres at 117 degrees right now. So we are melting those softs of his. Ours at a nice, cushy, comfortable, cozy 90 degrees right now. Leclerc's developed an issue.
Quiet, big vibration.
Now Stroll has a fault as well.
Engine feels quite down.
Both Stroll and Leclerc have been able to change those damaged wings they had from their coming together in the early laps. Both have now developed faults. And we've had a crazy start to this Grand Prix with a safety car and 2 red flags.
Slow down.
Copy.
It's not just Antonelli's, Piastri's tyres that we're cooking as well. We're overheating. Well, not necessarily overheating, but we're certainly pumping more hot air into his engine. So if he's trying to burn off fuel, like we are, he's having to do it in the hot, dirty exhaust fumes of our Ferrari here. His engine temp's at 112, so it's not massively overheating, but it's probably in the yellow.
Piastri behind, SDRS.
Copy that.
And that gap now to Ocon up to 7.5 seconds. If we weren't driving defensively and looking after the tyres, it would be even bigger.
You're doing a good job on tires, keep doing that.
And at some point, I am going to sprint to break away,
Yeah, copy that.
but not yet. Probably go another 5 laps or so before I think about trying to sprint away. Maybe even 10 laps. I want to keep frustrating Oscar for as long as possible. It is a dangerous game to play. The longer we leave it, the higher the probability that he will eventually just find his way through. But for now, we haven't covered off. He's going to have a look here, I think, maybe into Massenet. No, got him covered there. Let's take another look at his car. So, tyre temps at 117 still. Engine temp at 112. Still. We are putting the thermal load onto his car here very efficiently, very effectively. His tyres are down to 67, 66% already. And he's going to end up dropping into traffic as well, potentially. I mean, he's 11 seconds ahead of Ocon. He's going to need 18 seconds for a pit stop. So he's going to come out around Stroll and Russell as things currently stand. But that gap is going to increase before he needs to stop. So he will come out in some traffic. We will hopefully be able to push very hard and overcut to keep position and open up a bit more of a gap. And let's follow Piastri with a helicam. Tyres now down to 60%. This is where they start to drop off in performance. We're still at 74%. And that gap to Ocon now up to 12.5 seconds. So now he's going to come out behind Tsunoda, maybe Leclerc. So, yeah, we need people to get past Ocon and quickly. Come on, Behrman. Can't find a way through yet. Ocon's tyres and Behrman's tyres out. Oh wow, they're not in great shape either. This is going to be a fight between the top four and only the top four. Stroll's fault escalates. The problem with Monaco and overtaking is rearing its head in this race. A lot of cars stuck out of position at the moment. That's a fault now for Stoffel. Joe is just sitting back at the moment, looking after his tyres. Oh, and he's developed a fault of his own.
Yeah, guys, come on. I'm clipping too much.
Piastri almost has a gap to come out in 4th place. And he needs to find another couple of seconds. Ocon's pace is killing our chance of staying ahead of him. Oh, he gets through. All right, we are going to have to punch back through on the next lap.
It's just a lot of confidence.
I know it's difficult, but keep focus.
We are going to go for it on the next lap, flying lap.
Copy.
You can push harder. Stay close to the cars in front. Overtake.
Let's get right onto the back of him. Oh, he is pushing.
Need to cool the car.
Copy.
Can we squeeze through here at Massenet?
Stay close to the car in front.
Yes, we can. Lovely stuff.
And small lift off to help the tires.
We'll immediately
Copy.
Overtake available.
slow our pace down a touch again. He has now got that pit stop gap that he needs to come out ahead of Ocon. But his tyres have taken an absolute pummeling in these last few laps.
Overtake available.
Copy.
See if I can break away a little bit.
Faster, please.
That poor Cher put him under some pressure.
And we push as much as we can.
Copy. Copy.
Here's the replay. Now this is Logan Sargent. And they just can't keep
Bouncing
on
over the
track.
curbs there
Well,
for Sargent.
hopefully not
That
sign
is
of
a
things
great way
come.
to damage your underfloor. We have the gap. And now Porsche can put some pressure on Piastri. Has a look at the chicane. Can't quite get it done.
fastest lap.
Copy.
Charge on, charge
Come on,
on.
Porsche, get that move done. Good lad. Still have more than a gap that they need. And Behrman finally gets through. Can he finally complete the move up the hill? Completes the move as they approach Massenet. Holds it through Casino. And now has the lead through Mirabeau into the John Lowe hairpin. And that might pick the pace up a little bit. We now have a 4-second lead at the front. Will Oscar be able to find his way through here? Joe is dropping further and further back. 3.5, nearly 4 seconds behind these two now. And Antonelli can now drive without any threat from behind. His confidence level is up from the overtake. He's no longer in ultra defensive mode as well. Piastri's tyres are still being cooked, only this time behind Porsche. He is going to be boxing, and boxing very soon, maybe even this lap. We're not even at half distance yet. Right, Antonelli hit. There's a 1:13.7 across the line. Porsche does a 1:14.4. Piastri matching, can't find a way through. So we're opening up 0.7 of a second a lap at the moment. This is good. This is what we need. See, what did Behrman do? 1:15.3. It's not quick enough. Look at that gap now for Piastri. He's got a 25-second gap back to Behrman. He will comfortably get out in fourth place behind his teammate and ahead of Behrman here. Question is, what tyres is he going to go on to? He started on the hards, then he put mediums on. And mediums did like 1, maybe 2 laps. So he could go back on those mediums. It's a long way to go on another set of softs. Has he got another set of hards available? He's going another lap. He's going to have to box at this lap, at the end of this lap, or risk a puncture. And we took another 0.7 of a second out of Piastri and Porsche. Gap now 5.9 seconds. And this is now Antonelli's race to lose, potentially. Lawson's in. We have our first actual pit stop. Hard tyres are on. Lawson will try and take those to the end, I think. Piastri starting to drop back. Strolls out. His gearbox, or his engine's gone.
And yeah, a terminal failure. Absolutely gutting.
First engine failure we've seen in a while. As Piastri is in the pits now. He's gone mediums. That was a good looking stop. Russell's getting a face full of oil. And that is Stroll into the pits to retire. We're 7.5 seconds ahead of Porsche. Brand new medium tyres there for Piastri. And so he had another set of mediums available. The question now is how quick is he going to be on those tyres? 6 seconds clear of Tsunoda. And will he be able to make them go to the end? I think that depends how hard he pushes them. So he's 26.7 seconds behind us at the start of the lap. Let's see what the gap is at the end of the lap. As Sargent now into the pits. Another set of mediums for Logan Sargent. And he will drop out in 17th place, just behind Liam Lawson. Our gap over Porsche now up to 9 seconds. We have a VSC as Fittipaldi is out. My God, what a race this is turning into. It's just constant war of attrition. So, we are almost in our pit window. We are going to be boxing.
Virtual safety car, virtual safety car. Stay positive.
Copy.
Box, box.
And this has worked out beautifully for us.
Richa.
Let's race over, man.
So many retirements. Only one of them mechanical as well. We have a chance here because Porsche is going to box. Zhou might well box. We're going to easily get out ahead of Piastri. We might even get out ahead of Porsche and Zhou. Assuming Zhou doesn't box here. We're going to put some extra fuel back into the tank because we're going to need to really look after these tyres at the start of this run here. Albon's in. Mediums to the end.
Pit lane.
In we come. Our one and only stop. It's not that quick. 2.1 seconds. Porsche is coming in. Zhou has stayed out. Can we get out in front of Zhou? Not quite. Not quite. But we are comfortably ahead of Oscar, who hasn't even crossed the line yet. And we are now in pole position to win this Grand Prix.
Copy.
With all the chaos of this Grand Prix, it's just such a shame that we don't have both of our cars running still. Because Mini could have been on for a second place here. Could certainly have been on for the podium.
Vito, safety car ending.
Copy.
Warm tires and brakes. And charge off now. Charge off is fine.
Back up to racing flag conditions, or racing speed. It's green flag conditions. With 2 seconds or so behind Joe. Tyres need to warm up. Joe still needs to stop, as does Leclerc, Behrman, Tsunoda, Ocon, Russell, Van Dorn, Stroll, Iwasa. They all need to stop as well. Now that the live timings are catching up to racing speed, it's showing the gaps as what they truly are. About 1.5 seconds for us. About 12.5 seconds to Oscar, who I think is really pushing hard at the moment. Trying to close back up towards us. We have a long way to go on these tyres, but if we get another VSC later, we have a almost brand new set of softs still waiting in reserve. Piastri probably has another set of softs that he can go to as well, but they won't be in amazing condition. Ours will be in, I think, better shape. Ocon and Leclerc fighting over 7th place at the moment. Leclerc struggling with a bad gearbox. His battery is also looking a little dodgy. Let's take a look at Piastri's car. Well, yeah, very strong engine. Brand new gearbox for this weekend. His battery is okay. His temperatures are under control now. He's in clean air. But it doesn't look like he's closing us down, or not by much. Anyway, we still haven't got these tyres in the temperature window yet. Joe doesn't have long left before he needs to stop. We are net P1 and comfortably net P1 at the moment. And had Porsche not had that 5-second penalty, I think he'd be ahead of Piastri. Roman Staniek hits the pits. Decent stop for Williams.
It's okay, it's okay.
Quickest stop of the day so far, comfortably quicker than ours.
Zoom out of the pits.
And there we go, Joe is in. Where is he going to feed out? Is he going to beat out Porsche? I think Porsche might get him. But it will be tight. They'll be almost side by side through Saint-Devote. Yeah, Porsche gets up to speed. Joe will have to slot in behind him. But he's on brand new soft tyres. Porsche's mediums have done a few laps. Piastri's tyres, the worst of the three. And he's 11.5 seconds behind us. Our tyres just outside the temperature window right now. They have a long way to go. Probably going to need to do at least another 10 laps like this before we can turn them up.
Copy.
So hopefully we won't lose too much time in the process. They've just hit the right temperature window and we are coming up to the back of Roman Staniek to lap him. On 12.0 for Antonelli last time around, a 1:11.7 for Piastri. Charles Leclerc's fault escalates.
Quiet, big vibration.
Was it gearbox? Yes, gearbox for Charles. Stoffels in the pits. Soft tyres to go to the end. He will come out getting lapped by Kimi here. So Stoffel at one point looked like he might potentially be on for points. He's now down in 16th place, although there are still cars that do need to stop. Iwasa needs to stop. Russell needs to stop. Leclerc, Ocon, Behrman and Tsunoda also need to stop, but I think they're a little too far ahead. The gap to Oscar is stable at the moment. We're matching him on lap time. And now that we're hitting a little bit of dirty air, we're just going to drop the tyre saving down an extra notch. Iwasa in the pits now. Stoffel's going to try and kick on.
What's that? A pit stop issue. Now what happened there, Karun?
So the Sauber pits. However, they can't seem to jack the car up.
Yeah, not great for Sauber there. Yeah, just running in the dirty air of Staniek and Stoffel like this will keep our tyres in the temperature window while we save even more grip. And eventually they will just blue flag themselves out of the way. There goes Stoffel pulling over. Staniek's going to pull over for us very, very soon as well. Ocon is finally into the pits. Soft tyres for him. He comes out behind Logan Sargent, but clear of Alex Albon. bad news for Bearman. There might well be an undercut here. We are through on Staniek. Let's turn the tyre wear back up a touch.
Warm up the tires. Overtake available.
And let's stretch our legs a little bit with some battery. About 11 seconds or so up the road to get to Albon. As Yuki Tsunoda's in. So has Ocon been able to do enough? Don't know if he has or not. I think Tsunoda's actually going to jump a few cars here potentially. Can he stay ahead of George up the hill? George gets through, but he's out in front of Hajar, Lawson, Sargent, and more importantly, Esteban Ocon.
You are the fastest.
New fastest lap for Kimi, a 1:10.5. And we have left Staniek and Stoffel a long way behind already. Look at that queue of traffic that we are coming up to.
Piastri behind.
That's the queue that we are coming onto the back of. As Ollie Bearman's in the pits. Now, he will get overtaken by Ocon, I think. Soft tyres. That'll be good enough to go to the end. There's Ocon. And there's Albon. And there's Kimi. Gap now 14 seconds. We've upped it nicely
Recharge on. Recharge
with that
on.
battery burn there. We'll go back into charge mode now. Start gradually topping up. How was Zhou doing on tyre wear against Porsche? Leclerc still yet to box. Is he coming in this lap? No, he's staying out. Why is he staying out? Does he not have softs that can go the distance? He should do at this point. George tries to find a way through, gets alongside at Sandovot,
No DRS available. No DRS available.
and he will push up into 5th place. And they're swarming all over the back of Charles at the moment. Tsunoda desperately trying to find a way through. You see Hajar just having a little look at the back of Yuki there. And Leclerc is very much holding everybody up, and we are about to roll onto the back of this train. Tsunoda is side by side. Can he get the move done under braking? Yes, he can. And we have caught the back of Alex Albon.
Blue flag. Don't worry.
Through we go.
Scuderia.
Bearman will pull over and let us through. Thank you, Ollie.
Charge on.
Copy.
So this is definitely going to cost us some time against Piastri. Fighting our way through this traffic. It won't be quite so bad for Oscar because a couple of these cars do need to jump into the pits. But Leclerc causing all sorts of problems at the moment. And, you see Sargent there losing out. Ocon and Behrman followed us through directly. Sargent pulled over for the blue flags and lost 2 places in the process. We've lapped everybody up to and including 9th place now. Next up is Charles Leclerc, and we're about to lap him. There we go. He's got no drive out of this corner. He's going to get absolutely gobbled up here. And can Sargent get him into Massenet? No, he can't. Leclerc is staying out there. George staying out there as well. These guys can't seriously be entertaining going to the end, can they? One, they're going to be so slow it makes no sense to stay out. And 2, I doubt the tyres will even last that long anyway.
Recharge on now.
There we go. We've lapped everybody up to and including George Russell now.
Happy to push flat out on tyres now.
Piastri's taking a couple of seconds out of us, but he's going to have to fight through some of this traffic. We've been looking after the tyres nicely through that, and we even got a good chunk of battery back in the car as well. We're still burning off some of this excess fuel. And Leclerc now is down to 12th place, and he's about to lose that to Albon. 13th now for Leclerc, who has no tyres left and a very, very bad gearbox, and he's still out there. And it begs the question, why? And cut back to Kimi. We have enough tyres now that we could turn them up if we wanted to. We don't need to, though. We will save as much extra tyre as we can, just in case something happens.
We need to protect the front tyres.
We get into blue flag range now of Isaac Ajar.
Blue flag, don't worry, keep focus, keep pushing.
And there are now just 5 cars on the lead lap, and Tsunoda isn't that much further up the road. It's only 5.5 seconds ahead of us on the road. We'll be on him soon as well. Oscar's starting to punch his way through the traffic. It's much easier for him now to punch his way through. It's all broken that train up a little bit. Everyone's pulling out of the way nicely for him, but he's still a long way behind. Leclerc still out there. Tyres are down to 23%. George is still out there. There is George. He's going another lap. George is going to get swallowed up now. And Leclerc finally hits the pits.
Warm tyres.
I bet these are brand new. Oh, it's a bad stop as well. What a disaster this weekend has been for Red Bull.
Oh dear, that's
Kind of
not
warms
a
the
good
cockles of your
start.
hearts, doesn't it? You see a problem there on that front right tyre.
Let's talk about it.
Yeah, he's not a happy driver. They sent him out there with a sick car. They bungled his pit stop. And the brand new, the brand new soft. So they bungled his strategy as well. You can take the driver out of Ferrari, but you can't take the Ferrari out of his team strategy, it would seem. All right, 20 laps to go. Antonelli leads by 12.5 seconds. Porsche is third. Then it's Zhou in fourth. Tsunoda in fifth is the last car on the lead lap. Then it's Hajar from Ocon. Ollie Behrman is in eighth. Ninth is Logan Sargent. 10th is Liam Lawson, who has the final points position. George Russell in 11th is risking a puncture. He's still out there. His tyres are almost completely gone. He's now holding up his teammate Albon, who's in 12th. Staniek 13th. Stoffel 14th. 15th for Iwasa. 16th and last for Charles Leclerc, whose gearbox is hanging on by a thread. He is a long way behind anybody else. We've had a safety car and 2 red flags in the early stages of this race. Max crashing at Sandebot brought out a safety car. Mini and Fuji had a coming together. No, sorry, Mini and who was it? Mini and Porsche had a coming together, which resulted in Mini crashing out at Casino, blocking traffic and giving us our first red flag. Porsche with a 5-second penalty, which he has now since served. Then Fuji and Gasly had a coming together through Massenet into Casino. They brought out a red flag. Stroll's engine gave up. Fittipaldi crashed at Sandebot at turn 1 to bring us out for a VSC. Yeah, it's been chaotic, this Grand Prix. There is Yuki Tsunoda. There is Kimi Antonelli. Surely it's just a matter of time until we lap him now. Tsunoda is lapping on a 1:11.9. We did a 1:11.7 there. Ocon now cutting the curb at the swimming pool chicane.
And that won't help their chances. And they'll find themselves at a disadvantage if they keep on doing that.
So big names are out. So some big points on offer for teams that would not normally be in contention for them. And drivers as well, for that matter. Gap to Piastri is still over 12 seconds. And Russell has finally punctured. That's been a long time coming. He's lucky though, he's punctured right there. So he's literally able to drive straight into the pits. How fortuitous was that for Russell? If that had gone just a couple of corners later, he'd have had to do an entire lap on 3 wheels. As it is, he only had to do 1. And he's out on, I'm guessing, a brand new set of softs. As Leclerc goes through. Yeah, brand new set of softs for George. Meanwhile, we took 0.7 of a second out of Yuki Tsunoda on that lap. He's going to get lapped very soon. And then there'll only be 4 cars left on the lead lap. If you are enjoying this race, then go ahead and drop a like. If you haven't yet subscribed, why not subscribe to the channel as well? Be sure to hit the bell to be notified each and every time the live streams go live. If you're looking for logo tutorials, there's a whole playlist of them now. Latest one was added at the weekend. Puma, a Brazilian car manufacturer, added by request. I've just got the finishing touches to put to Chevrolet. That will be coming out in the next day or two. I will be doing other logo tutorials in the coming days and weeks as well, so keep your eyes peeled for those. They'll go into the playlist along with the existing tutorials for Renault, Cadillac, Porsche, Lamborghini, Ford, Honda, many others as well. Something for everybody. If you want to do an Australian team, Holden is in there. Let's just roll up onto the back of back of Yuki here. Because Oscar's finally got the gap under 12 seconds. Let's just stretch it back out again.
We need to manage front left.
We still have a little bit of spare fuel left as well. Does anybody else need to stop, or is that everyone done now? Yep, everyone now should be good to the end. "15 laps to go." As Antonelli puts a lap on Yuki Tsunoda. And now just 4 cars left on the lead lap. Don't forget to check out the other channel as well, Jim Bob Plays. There is a link on the main page of my profile here on YouTube. You can also find links to the channel on the posts tab, the community tab of the channel as well. Euro Truck Simulator 2, American Truck Simulator, and a new F1 Manager series, all available on that channel. And more games will be added soon. And we will continue to keep pumping out PlayStation content on this channel as well.
Recharge on.
Copy.
There we go, we've got the gap back up to 14.5 seconds over Oscar. Joe, 32 seconds behind us. He's the last car on the lead lap. We're not going to catch him. But we don't need to. Let's see if we can focus on a fight. Behrman has got back ahead of Esteban Ocon. See, they've been lapped now by Oscar. And that might actually protect Behrman from Ocon if he's just close enough to get the DRS. He's not. So these two are going to continue to fight. Ocon slides up the inside through Sandevot and slots ahead as they head up the hill through Massenet into Casino and then down the little hill towards Mirabeau. Am I going to get F1 25? I honestly don't know. Maybe. I loved F1 Manager 22. Didn't really enjoy 23 or 24. 23 I got with PlayStation Plus. 24 I played a demo of and just didn't really get into it. Just didn't like it. Maybe 25 will be a little different though. I still need to check it out. I won't be buying it for a while if I do buy it because I don't have EA money
Warm up the tires.
when it comes to new games, but it's certainly a game I will consider. See Albon fighting against Lawson here for the final point. Ten and a half laps to go. $11 laps to go for these two. And Albon is having a look. Can't find a way through turn one. Stoffel is starting to close in on these guys as well. He is in range. There it is, 10 laps now for Kimi. And we have finally hit a point where fuel is burnt off. We can turn the tyres up now. Albon has moved up into 10th place to take that final point position away from Liam Lawson. Has he got the pace to stretch his legs and pull out a bit of a gap? Can Stoffel yet bring himself into contention for his first point of the season? Where's Comet when you need him? Maybe that's why Stoffel's having a good race. Lawson has been dropped, so now there's a chance for Stoffel to get through. This is Stoffel's chance. He has better tyres and a faster compound of tyres as well. And he has enough grip left in those tyres to make a run at Albon as well. It's not going to get the move done into Sanderbot. Lawson is trying to close back up onto Albon. He's going to do it. He needs to get this move done quickly before Lawson gets back into DRS range. I think the opportunity might have just gone astray. You could yet see the two Mercedes drivers go to war against each other. Albon's pace has dropped off. He's lost a couple of seconds to Logan Sargent. Sargent pumped in a mighty lap last time round at 1:11.2. Albon's pace down to a 1:14. So we have a three-way fight for 10th brewing here. And Russell's developed a fault.
But the car's definitely not happy. Surely some kind of fault.
We might put a second lap on Charles Leclerc here. He's doing 1:13.7. We're lapping 2 seconds a lap quicker than he is. He's not that far ahead of us. We still have 6 laps to go when we cross the line. I think we might catch him and put a lap on him again. Here's a chance for Stoffel. There's a little feint to the outside there. It's going to be a mightily comfortable win for Kimi today, but with Mini having crashed out so early, Cadillac are going to score more points than us in the constructor standings. They're on for 18 points with Oscar and 12 points for Joe, so that's 30 points against our 25. Lawson now looking to retake 10th place. Stoffel is falling away. He still has some tyre left though. Can't rule him out just yet. Behrman's caught back up onto Ocon. Could yet get back into 6th place.
That's 5 more laps.
Just 5 laps to go now for Kimi. Now, can Sargent and Hajar fight cleanly? Or are we going to see a double retirement for Mercedes? It's just going to take a locket from Logan to take them both out. And they need every point they can get right now. That would be an utter disaster if that happens. A 1:13.4 for Charles Leclerc. It's a 1:12.3 for Antonelli.
Okay, so we
I want to put that second lap on him. Just to completely demoralise Leclerc going into the next Grand Prix, hopefully. Stoffel is lining up another look at the back of Lawson. He's running out of time if he wants to try and fight for that final point position. Albon is hanging on. I don't think there's enough pace difference in the car left for Stoffel to make the move he needs. 3 laps to go.
3 laps to go.
There is Charles Leclerc. On 10.4 last lap, which was actually a new fastest lap.
No DRS available, no DRS available.
Copy.
Push flat out as much as you can.
Copy.
And charge on, charge on.
Copy.
There we go. That is 2 laps put on Charles Leclerc.
2 laps to go.
Copy.
Turn the tyres down now.
And we do 1 step more management and 12.
Copy.
Still nose to tail for Isaac Hadjar and Logan Sargent. Stoffel still can't find a way through. Has he got the battery left? Oh, it's not over yet, Rinketic. I don't like to celebrate too early. I've been caught out like that before. Last 2 laps for Stoffel Van Dorn. Again, he is not close enough. Joe can get a podium. No, he can't. Not unless Porsche does something ridiculously stupid. He's 12 seconds behind Porsche with a lap left. Last roll of the dice now for Logan Sargent if he wants to get past his teammate. Oh, he got close. He got close. What about Stoffel? Can he find a way through? I don't think he's close enough. Kimi Antonelli is going to win, and comfortably as well.
And Ferrari picks up the win.
A result like that absolutely speaks to all the hard work they've put into their career. Just phenomenal.
A true champion drive there from Kimi Antonelli today. Oscar is home in second place. Théo Pourchaire will complete the podium. Joe will have to settle for fourth in the end, 13 seconds behind his teammate. Pajar is going to hold off Logan Sargent by the look of it. Stoffel has yet to give up, but I think he's too far behind unless he just throws it up the inside here. I don't think he'll win a drag race up to the line. He's got the DRS, but it's just not a long enough run. Albon takes 10th for the final point. Lawson in 11th. Stoffel 12th, but I think that's his best result of the season. And just 4 cars finished on the lead lap. Leclerc lapped twice. 6 retirements, one of which was mechanical.
That was a great performance from the Ferrari driver, wasn't it?
An inspired strategy from the team there. What a well-deserved win that was.
The team has been waiting patiently there, and you can see just how much it means to each and every one of them. As far as Ferrari are concerned, Karun, how do you think they'll be feeling after that race?
They'll be absolutely delighted to have picked up the win here. What a great outcome that is for the team.
And thank you everyone for joining us this weekend here in Monaco.
Now the teams will be looking ahead to Imola, where the season progresses with the Emilia-Romagna Grand Prix. Get ready for some fierce competition.
So, confirmation of the final result then. Kimi takes the win and the fastest lap, although... Oh, there is a bonus point. Fastest lap does have bonus points. I keep forgetting that fastest lap has bonus points in this career. Oscar has to settle for second, a distant second in the end, over 16 seconds back. Pourchaire gets third place. Zhou in fourth. It's Tsunoda in fifth place. Big points for Williams today. Alpine up 6 places with Ocon there to finish in sixth. Behrman takes seventh. Isaac Hadjar, the big beneficiary of today, up 12 places for eighth, ahead of his teammate Logan Sargent in ninth. Both Mercedes coming home in the points. Alex Albon up 9 places to finish in 10th, and the final point there for Aston tonight, ahead of Liam Lawson. Stoffel Van Dorn, George Russell, who had a puncture. Ayumu Iwasa, who finished in 14th. Staniek in 15th, might be his best result of the season. 16th place, and lapped twice for Charles Leclerc, who crashed into the barrier, damaging his car on the very first lap. Finished 2 laps down with a very sick gearbox, having also suffered full run size to the point where they were about to puncture before finally stopping. Yeah, a nightmare for Red Bull today. And then the retirements. Enzo retired by hitting the barrier at Saint-Devote, which brought out the VSC. Before that, it was Lance Stroll's engine giving up and belching smoke and oil all across the track before pulling into the garage to retire. Gasly and Fudo Fujii had it coming together through Massenet into Casino, blocking the track, bringing out a red flag. Mini had it coming together with Théo Pourchaire in the opening laps, which also brought out a red flag, and unfortunately meant that Mini retired. Pourchaire getting a 5-second stop-go, 5-second penalty, which was eventually served at his one and only actual pit stop. And Max crashing out very early on into Sandevot, bringing out a full safety car. Very dramatic opening period of the race. The opening 20 laps, 25 laps or so, just chaotic. Cars bouncing into each other, bouncing off the walls like crazy. I don't know if Kimi would have had the pace to win the race in a straight fight had we not had all of those dramatic issues there. It kind of changed the strategies a lot. Oscar starting on the hard tyres was rapid on those hard tyres. Then after the restart, the first red flag went onto a set of mediums. Then that was only running for a lap or two before we had another red flag and he went onto the softs. And then we had another red flag. It's just been a crazy race. But the rear wing, the new rear wing, certainly has helped us. We had a lot of improved performance in terms of downforce and dirty air today, and that'll certainly serve us well at the next Grand Prix at Imola tomorrow. Into the drivers' standings, it is 26 points for Kimi and 18 for Oscar, so the gap goes up by 8 points. And is now a 31-point lead at the top of the drivers' standings. 6 wins now for Kimi. Just 4 wins in response from Oscar. Those two have won all 10 of the opening Grand Prix so far. Former teammates, now rivals for the championship. Kimi having won it last season at Cadillac before he joined us this season at Ferrari. And it would be nice if we can wrap up the titles this year in what will be our final season on this save file. Charles Leclerc is third on 99 points. Gabriele Mini also on 99 points in fourth. Both drivers failing to score any points today, and that's allowed Théo Pourchaire and Zhou to close right up. And even Max isn't too far out of it. He scored no points today, but he's still only 7 points behind Charles and Gabriele Mini. Pourchaire just 1 point behind, and just a further 3 points back is Zhou, both picking up some strong points today in third and fourth, finishes respectively there. Some good points for Yuki Tsunoda in 8th place. He's up to 49 now. Logan Sargent now has 35 points. George is 10th with 21. Then it is Ollie Behrman and Esteban Ocon, both on 19, both moving up a place at the expense of Pierre Gasly, who also failed to score points after he retired. Fudo Fuji in 14th has just 7 points. Lawson has 6. Alex Albon in 16th has 5 points now. Isaac Ajar is off the mark and running with 4 points earned today to give him his first 4 points. He's up into 17th place at the expense of Lance Stroll, who drops down to 18th. 19th, and the first of the non-scorers is Enzo Fittipaldi, with Stoffel up 1 into 20th. Iwasa down into 21st. Staniak stays bottom in 22nd. Let's take a look at the constructors' standings. 26 points for Ferrari. We were outscored by 4 today by Cadillac, so the gap has come down again. It's now 35 points. It is slowly being chipped away at by Cadillac. We do need Mini to start scoring points again. Absolutely no points at all. 0, zilch, zip, bupkis for Red Bull today. They stay third on 191 points. McLaren picking up 15. They come home with 116 points. Big gap to Williams. They picked up 10 points, but they're on just 49 points. Mercedes in 6th with 39. Then it's Aston with 26. RB with 21. Alpine, big points for them. 8 points scored. They are just 2 behind RB now in 9th with 19 points. Sauber in 10th with 7. Haas 11th with 6. Let's take a look at the pit stop competition. Williams with the quickest stop today. Roman Staniak, 25 points for Williams there. And Tsunoda gets in the top 10 as well in 8th. So 29 points for Williams. That's huge points for them today. Cadillac getting both of their cars in the top 10 as well in 2nd and 7th. Aston in 3rd and 5th. So 3 teams picking up some monster points today. Mercedes get both of their cars home as well in 6th and 10th. That'll be an extra 9 points for them. RB picking up a couple of points from Ollie in 9th. And Kimi's stop there in 4th place, good enough for 12 points. So we'll lose some ground, but we have a huge lead anyway. That's not a major concern at this stage. There you see the standings. We're on 345 points now. Cadillac outscored us by double today. They got 24 to our 12, but we still have a 142-point lead at the top of the pit stop competition. Red Bull, 3rd, no points for Red Bull today. They're on 146. Williams, up to 83 now, 29 points for them. Aston, 25 points for them as well. They jump above Alpine into 5th place. They're on 66. Alpine on 44. RB just 2 points behind on 42. Then it's Sauber with 29. Haas with 28. Mercedes bringing themselves into the conversation there with 24. And McLaren still yet to get off the mark. And there you see our one and only pit stop. 2.1. That's actually a slow stop for us. We're normally in the 1.8s. Occasionally a little bit slower than that. But yeah, 2.1 today. Not great, but still good enough for 4th place. And yeah, no chance for Mini to make a pit stop. Of course, we lose a bit of money from the sponsors as well, with Mini failing to finish. So we're relying purely on Kimi there. No contract bonuses to pay out, though. So 1.187 paid to our bank balance. Let's head back to HQ. Right, we have another spare, or we have another rear wing. I think that was the one that we've already put on the car, wasn't it? Yes, it was. We are very short on spare parts. Let's dive into the inbox first of all. We have a brand new ATR period, and we have 3.5 mil to spend, but unfortunately, we're going to have to spend a good chunk of that making replacement parts. Let's see. What did we lose today? We lost 2 chassis, a front wing on both cars as well, a suspension and another suspension. So yeah, very bad for us there. That's 6 parts destroyed this weekend. And look at the damage as well to that powertrain. Ah, that's not so good. In particular, the gearbox. That's 2 gearboxes gone now, essentially, for Mini. We're down to just 2 for the rest of the season. As long as we don't have any more shunts like that, we should just about scrape through. But the biggest loss, the ERS. We only have 2, and that one there is now cooked. So the other one's going to have to do all the heavy lifting for the rest of the season. This one will be used in practice and practice only from now on. Yeah, that's rough. That is rough. We have a reduced deadline on the front wing, so it's going to be a week early. Okay. Don't think we'll get that in time for a race. That's only a day away. You know what? We might get that in time for Imola. That would be a huge boost for us to get that in time for Imola. Let's see what we are building. We're building another chassis. We're going to have to add an extra one onto that now, at least. Probably an extra... Well, let's just add an extra one. Wait, that's... How expensive is that? That's being rushed, isn't it? $800k for one. Yeah, we'll have to wait. I'm not rushing them. The underfloors, they are close. That's the underfloor Mark III. Yeah, we don't have any of those on the car yet, so that's good. We'll get the new underfloors soon. Suspensions. We have 1 spare suspension. That's now immediately used up, so we're going to need an extra suspension, I think. How many slots do I have left? Alright. We're going to have to wait until we got the front wings before we can start making spare suspensions. So, let's advance time 1 day. Before we do that, let's just check in with the board. They were delighted with the win at Monaco. That's good. Alright, front wing is ready to go straight into production. So, these take 3 days each. If we rush, we can get one on the day before we go to Imola, and the other one the day of qualifying. So let's rush 2. Got 2.9 mil left. Memorabilia room is back to full potential of level 5 there. Very nice. Okay, that's a spare chassis. Let's install that on our second car. We have got these ones to roll back to if worst comes to worst, but I'd rather not take performance off the car if we can avoid it. Let's take a look at what's missing. A front wing. Let's fit the new front wing. Okay, so our dirty air tolerance now 6th on the grid, 4th in the low speed, medium and high speed at 7th. That's not bad. When we get a new underfloor, in fact, have we got a new underfloor? Yes, we have. Let's fit that as well. There we go. That is where our car now sits when it's fully upgraded with the current spec of parts. We don't have enough to do the same for Kimi, but he has enough pace at the moment to not need all of those new parts. 3rd, 4th and 4th in the cornering. I'm loving that. 6th in the dirty air. Considering that we are going to Imola next, that is brilliant to see an improvement in our cornering and dirty air performance. That's going to be so critical because it's not a circuit where overtaking is easy. The main straight is essentially it. There are a couple of other places where you can get an overtake, but that is the best opportunity. Or maybe coming out of the final chicane, the Variante Alta, as they head down towards the double right-hander there. Yes. Big improvement in our aero there. Very pleased to see that. Just a shame we can't get that on fully spec'd on both cars. We will do for Miami, which will be next Monday's race. But tomorrow's race, our second home race, hopefully we can get ourselves another win, maybe even a double podium, our second home race of the season for both the team and our drivers. That would be something special if we could achieve that. We have 2.9 mil. It's not quite enough for an intense part, but I can go ahead and start to design something new, or a couple of things that are new. We have some hours with our ATR as well. Let's take a look at where we currently sit attribute-wise. The chassis is not good. It definitely needs some TLC. What about the side pods? Yeah, they're pretty terrible as well. Suspension is awful. Again, tyre wear's nice, but everything else is awful. The new underfloor that we have isn't too bad. That's not too bad. Big improvement there. The new rear wing is a really good rear wing. What about the new front wing? There's still plenty of room for improvement on that. All right, let's start designing a new chassis. Let's put half of our hours on this. See what we can do with this. That would give us some extra speed, which is something we desperately need. Let's go with that. Let's go with a drag reduction special on the chassis. Try and find a little bit more top speed, because that's our weakest area right now. Let me just see what would happen if I would put all the hours on that. I'm not planning on doing that, but I'm just kind of curious. Yeah, not enough to justify dumping everything into it. Not enough at all. So we'll go with that. We'll go half of our hours on that. One engineer, normal, 32 days. So we will have that for Spa. Perfect. That's exactly where we need a bit of extra speed. Let's also see if we can get a new side pod going as well with the rest of the hours. Let's see if we can maybe find some extra drag reduction on that one. Not much. Not much at all. What about if I were to take a little bit of airflow off there? Take a touch of cooling off. Let's go with that. And then we'll hang on to the remainder of the cash. We're going to need that for a couple more suspensions. There we go. Right, that is it. We are prepped and ready for tomorrow's race. So, these are the standings at the moment. There you see Kimi currently leads the Drivers' Championship over Oscar by 31 points. Ferrari are ahead of Cadillac in the Constructors by 35 points. Pretty tight margins still. Leclerc dropping away. No points earned again today. Very, very close in that fight for third place at the moment. Charles Leclerc on 99 points. Mini on 99 points in fourth. Pourchaire in fifth, 98 points. Zhou on 95. Max on 92. There are 5 drivers separated by just 7 points in the battle for third. Very, very tight indeed. And then in the Constructors' standings, it is just a 2-horse race. Red Bull have not had the results that we would have expected from them this season. And they are already quite a distance behind Cadillac, let alone behind us. And McLaren are a long way off in fourth as well. But Cadillac are consistently scoring good points, and we're starting to see a little bit of inconsistency creeping in, the Mini in particular. So, you know, he's either struggling in qualifying or he's having an incident and losing points as a result. Yeah, this is going to be an interesting season, an interesting second half to our final season here on this particular save file. Before I go as well, let me give you a sneak peek. I'm going to go to team branding. Here it is. So there is the Chevy logo. Try to recreate those reflections as best I can with the limited number of layers available. As I say, I could potentially add a little bit more detail into the badge at the expense of the name Chevrolet, but I kind of want to keep that. It then makes it very useful to have the wording underneath, because we can then use that to push the badge up and have the word Chevrolet written across a rear wing. So yeah, Chevy is done. I just need to make a final couple of little tweaks, maybe squeeze a touch more detail in there if I can combine a couple of layers with an object replacement, plot it all out and then record that tutorial. That video might go live tomorrow. More likely that will go live on Wednesday. So there will be a Chevy tutorial in the next 2 days. And there'll be a livery and matching overalls to go with that as well to complete the set. You can keep an eye on the channel for the tutorial itself, and you'll be able to see images with a link to the video when it goes live on the F1 Manager subreddit in a couple of days when that goes live as well. So I do hope you'll check that out as well. If you do have any suggestions or requests for team badges, do let me know in the comments of one of my videos, maybe one of my logo videos. That's probably the best place to drop them. And I will have a look and see if it is something that is feasible. We've got quite a collection of team badges now that there are tutorials for. We have the latest one, Puma. We have Renault. Jaguar was the one I've just done before Puma. West. We have Brabham. We've got Chevy on the way. We've got Ford. Skoda. It's one of the very first ones I ever did. Honda. Porsche. Lamborghini. Maserati. That was the first one I ever did. I will do an updated Maserati at some point. That's just the Trident. Lotus. We have Volvo. Martini. Peugeot. There's a tutorial for Peugeot. We've got one for Camel. DHL. FedEx. Holden. If you want to do an Australian team. Cadillac. Golf. They all have their own tutorial videos already, and as I say, Chevy will be joining that very, very soon in the next sort of 48 hours or so. If there is a team out there or a manufacturer that you would like me to attempt, as I say, let me know in the comments on one of my videos. I will see what I can do to create that. If I can do it justice, I won't half-ass it. As you've seen, I like to make them as close to the real thing as possible. So if I don't think I can do it justice, then I won't do it at all. But I do have a couple more in mind, but I'm always open to suggestions. So if there is one that you would like me to attempt, then let me know in the comments. That's it for tonight. I will be back at the usual time of 8 p.m. tomorrow for round 11 and our second home race of the season. as we go to Imola. Until then, that's it from me. Thanks for watching. I am Jim Bob, and I'll be back with more F1 Manager very soon.